Alright, so we at HiVision, and they have this $120 laptop, and it connects with Wi-Fi to the internet. It has a browser icon that says Firefox. There you can see it's actually a real laptop. It says that it has a 3-hour battery life. So let's minimize this window, and we can see it has a real menu. It has a real Linux, looks like Linux. Some kind of Linux is here, and then you have the work applications, the play applications, and you have some settings, and it's really speedy. You just click and it's there, and I can go back to my website, back to my Wi-Fi browsing fun, and I can go back and check all the exhibitors at this show. I'm clicking, but as it is usually in all trade shows, the Wi-Fi is always going to be kind of slow because there are like 1 billion people trying to connect at the same time. So now I'm just browsing around, and it's a real internet experience. And I'm gonna make a break on this video so we can ask a specialist how it works. So we're still at HiVision, hvsco.com, and hello. And you have this laptop. What do you call this laptop?
We call miniNote.
miniNote.
Yeah.
This is the miniNote.
Yeah, it's our current model.
The pink miniNote.
Yeah, pink miniNote.
And it's current, like, available today.
Yeah, right now this one is in production, and the selling price is around $120.
$120.
Yeah, it's dollars.
For a laptop.
Yeah.
So it's cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Any cheaper in the world is possible?
For the it's our current one, and we are also doing the cost down to use the updated chipset. That's this one.
Yeah.
And for this one, it's still mock-up. The sample we're ready at the end of September.
Yeah.
And the production in October.
In October.
And the price is only $98.
$98.
Yeah. $98 with Wi-Fi viewing.
Yeah.
And 1 GB NAND flash.
And a good keyboard. I mean, the keyboard is just fine. I mean, the mouse pad is there.
Mousepad, yeah.
It's not exactly the same as this one, but maybe it's better. I don't know.
Yeah.
So did you say keyboard? And can you show the current model, because it has behind it all the connectors. So you have Wi-Fi inside.
Wi-Fi inside. Then USB 3 USBs and RJ45.
Yeah.
And the SD card reader.
Yeah, audio in out. Can you do voice over IP with it on Linux? Can you do talking chat, voice chat?
Yeah.
Do you have something already for that? Can you show?
Yes.
Like, show a little bit the applications that you have. So there you go and play. You have a music player. There you go on internet.
XD chatting. You can chat with your friends.
But that is just text chat, right?
Yeah.
Text. But you
Just
don't have an
text chat.
application for using the microphone.
Yeah.
You have something for that?
Microphone handset.
You have something for an application, but you could have, but maybe it's not there yet. I don't know. You cannot like record the voice right now. Maybe not, but it's possible because you have. It says here Linux and Windows C, right?
Yeah.
So, can you say anything about that kind of Linux that you're using right now? Is that a special Linux that you have?
It's a similar Linux.
Similar Linux.
Yeah.
So is that some kind of Linux? You don't want to. You cannot say which kind. It can be any kind, or
This Linux is developed in China.
in China. Okay.
Yeah.
For the MIPS processor is good for that.
Yeah, MIPS processor.
So when you click here, you see the task manager. It's showing that the wireless LAN is on, and there's this website on. And if you've got too many things running at the same time, you can just kill them and close them, so it runs smoother. But you can always go back and have a few applications running at the same time. There's a browser, and that's a real browser with the real links. and the real clicking, and that's okay. So it's working. So they can just contact you. People wholesale can contact you, and it's available right now, right?
Yeah.
This one and that one October.
Yeah,
and
that one production in October.
But your company, you're also working on these designs. What is that?
It's also the UMPC, but it's more high end, and we use the different chips. It's x86. Like we use VIA 7-M.
Yeah.
And for this one, the selling price will be higher.
Higher price.
Yeah. Higher price.
So this is a working unit, but it's like a netbook, right? It's like cheap. How higher is it? How much?
It's around $300.
$300 starts from there. For this design, 300.
Yeah.
And that will be when can people order this design? How soon can you make it? 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or more?
For the 10.2-inch, right now it's in the production.
Yeah.
And for which two design, we at this moment still mock up. We are working on the molding, and we'll be ready in October.
That's 300.
Yeah, it's 300.
This one, 98.
Yeah, that's 98. Actually, it's very good for the children and the students.
Yeah. How many people have this already? The secret in China is many people using it, or?
We already sell around 10,000 pieces.
Worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide.
Yeah. So it's still starting. It's
still
starting, but you hope it can go very high, right?
Yeah.
And you have capacity to make many. You can.
Yes, we are ready for the big orders.
Big orders. So Walmart in USA, they should come and they say we want 5 million. You can make.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. All right. So I'm sitting here with the coolest thing that I could find so far at the IFA. This is an actual $100 laptop. It's actually a $100 laptop, and it's running really low power, really fast enough for browsing. MIPS processor right now, and there's a model that's very similar to this, kind of the same size, slightly different keyboard, slightly different mousepad, and that's actually below $100. This one is $100 if you can buy big quantities of them, and it does everything. It has a Wi-Fi, it has a screen that's big enough for most kind of browsing. You can even multitask. You can have several things running at the same time. I can have my word processor running at the same time. I can type Google inside a document. I can save it as a Word document or wherever I want. Save as. It has all these formats: ABI Word, Doc, HTML, RTF, text, of course. I mean, it's a full word processor. I can close down the word processor to save, or I can actually cancel, because there's this cool thing where you can go over there and you can click on that, and it's showing it's like doing a Control-Alt-Delete, and it's showing you what's running. The wireless is running, the browser is running, and the word processor is running. So I select the word processor and I kill it, and it's gone. And there I just saved a little bit of RAM. I think there's 128 megabytes of RAM. But you don't need more. They haven't certified it for 3G, because certifying stuff for 3G costs $200,000. It's really complicated to get stuff certified for 3G. But you just connect a 3G adapter, like a small USB dongle to the side, and you are an HSDPA with a laptop that can have, right now it has like 3-4 hours of battery, which is more than normal laptop. For this size, it's pretty cool. But they could easily just make it a little bit bigger, fatter, or something like that, and it would have 20 hours of battery, no problem. If they just added like a centimeter on it, it'll have 20 hours of battery life. So this is the thing that I hope that the OLPC is going to do, is move over to the ARM-based laptop with a DSP accelerator, so you can play all the video formats. And so there it is, OLPC x86, China laptop MIPS, and the next China laptops, or the next OLPC, should be ARM with a DSP accelerator. And I'm going to test it more to show you how fast the websites are loading, and how fast the different applications are loading. And this is the highlight right now. This is the IFA. Right. All right, so I'm at the hotel with this $100 laptop, and I'm on the Wi-Fi, and it's quite cool. I'm chatting right now. The chat is working. I'm having 3 tabs open in Firefox. I can edit my blog. I can log on my Gmail at the same time as I chat. Pretty fast, pretty snappy. There you have it. It's a nice color for guys. Alright, thanks. Alright, so I'm going to do a boot test of this Linux laptop. This is the Alpha 400 MIPS based Linux laptop from HiVision in Shenzhen, China. So it's the OS version 47, it looks like. It says V47 up there. So we're gonna see how long time it takes to boot. Some kind of icon there is showing up. Let's see if we can get, there it is. So now I'm gonna move the mouse over to the Wi-Fi icon. You see the battery indicator here. You should have through something hours like that, but I didn't actually chronometer the battery life. Maybe I should have. So I'm going to select T-Mobile access here with a very high signal power strength. There's a lot of different Wi-Fi's around here, so let's hope it doesn't interfere or something. So it's connecting to the network, you can see. Connect network. Connected, acquiring the IP address. There, we've got an IP. So let's open the browser. You see the little time icon on the screen. So it's just adding the browser to the RAM or something down here. This is space you can have for the applications. Here's the task manager, so you can close applications. So now we have the Firefox browser. Current trying go on Google, but it's redirecting me to the Messe Berlin because this Wi-Fi access is not open and it's not free. But at least it shows stuff on the browser, so it kind of means that the browser is working. There, it's opening a second tab. You can see I have the first tab, the second tab. The second tab for the IFA website to load. This is the official IFA website, the Messe website, and the browsing experience is pretty usable. It doesn't have so much support for Ajax and Flash right now. It might be because of the MIPS processor, because nobody has had Flash support and Ajax on the MIPS processor so far. But maybe the next versions of these $100 laptops will have ARM and DSP chip, and might load websites slightly faster than this. If Texas Instruments, for example, were going to provide their Cortex processor, that'd be a good thing to speed this up. If their Cortex isn't too expensive to implement. This has got an email box, accept threading, a reader. It's got some Word application. I'm gonna try that to open that. Calendar accept table. AB Word is opening. Version 2.4. So there. I am writing in this document. There, just make sure you can read it. Let's go up here. you can see, and then I can save it. Of course, I can save it in all kinds of different formats. Let's close this, because maybe I've shown you this already. So let's go in. This one is actually quite interesting. There's actually a software installer, and I used that yesterday while I was connected. And you just click on update online, and then it pulls from an online database of all the software. But right now I cannot connect to the online because I don't want to pay for the Wi-Fi access. But it's got a recorder, so you can use the microphone input here to record your voice, and that's basically it. That's the features of this software. So you might imagine if the software is totally open source and somebody were to release a few more applications here and a few more in the work, like a bunch of more, and some cool games. How about a Nintendo emulator or something? That'd be quite funny. And you've got the media player, so let me show you that for a second. So it shows here the maximum supported resolution and bitrate, and dots per bit per pixel or something like that, 24 max. Audio sample, it cannot be higher than that, so it's pretty low. But that's because I think it's only using the MIPS processor to decode anything. So you could actually, in principle, you could do a laptop with the ARM chip and then use the DSP to decode videos, and it could, in principle, decode up to HD resolutions. If you use the Cortex, the new Cortex with the so what you do is you browse around you can browse around your files here. You've got a lot of files. You can go back in my media. I will add the Ice Age. There, it's going to open Ice Age, and I can go in full screen. But that's, yeah, it's pretty low resolution Ice Age video and limited frame rate, or sometimes it's not totally. I click the exit button to exit and just close it. Then I'm back to the pretty snappy, the fast, and then I'm going to show you the task manager. I go in the task manager. I'll kill the wireless LAN. When I kill it, it goes away from the plan, and now I can shut down laptop. And this was a demonstration of the $100 laptop made in China with a cheap processor that is not Intel. Alright.